Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
The San Diego Council on Literacy brings you Literacy for All with your host, Jose Cruz.
Welcome to the show. I'm Jose Cruz from the San Diego Council on Literacy, and you're listening to Literacy for All. Our guest for this first segment is Jess Baron. She's the founder and executive director and teaching artist for Guitars in the Classroom. I love the name. Welcome to the show, Jess.
Thanks, Jose.
So glad to have you with us today.
Thanks.
We want to learn about guitars in the classroom. So, I know I often hear myself saying, I don't know where to start. Is it that simple? What are you doing, and who are you doing it with?
Well, the work started 18 years ago, and the idea was to bring music into the general elementary classroom so that teachers could use music as an on-ramp for learning and a teaching strategy. And that worked in the beginning, and it was a lot of donated instruments and supplies from our fabulous sponsors, who are music products manufacturers all over the country, and some of them out of the country. Mm-hmm. And so that was a nice, simple concept, and we developed it across the academic spectrum. So for many years, the focus was on empowering teachers who had no music background, had never played before, pretty much thought they couldn't sing, that they could sing, and how to do that better, and how to play some simple chords on the guitar to bring songs for learning to their students. That's where it began.
Very good.
Well, where it's gone over these many years is that we've trained 13,000 teachers around the country and some up in Canada, and everybody that's been a part of this program in some way contributes to the body of the work. Mm-hmm. So, of course, what direction have we gone in? Literacy.
Very good.
There's nothing better.
I was going to ask, because this is guitar classes, right? It's not guitar classes. Okay.
It's what we call music integration, which is kind of a difficult term if you haven't ever thought those thoughts before, right? Mm-hmm. It's the idea of integrating music into everyday learning as a strategy for oral language practice.
Very
right?
Good. Yes.
And creative songwriting by teachers and students, which means they're applying language and singing with a whole classroom, right? Which gives kids support, mm-hmm. and it embeds all the literacy into rhythm and melody, which make it really sticky.
So at the risk of simplifying this, one, you have to have teachers who are willing to learn guitar.
Or ukulele. We've started doing that for the last 3 years.
And I know you brought ukulele. We're going to check out the sound on this, if we can share some of your music with our audience. You want students who are willing to learn guitar and teachers who are open to using music as a way towards literacy and exposure to language. And I saw something here about steady beat, etc.
Oh, yeah.
Talk more about some of the... let's call it curriculum. I don't think that's fair, because to me, it's art, it's music, it's things we love, so I don't want to make it sound scholastic, you know what I mean?
But it is very scholastic. That's the thing. That's mm-hmm. what's so funny about it. We feel all this joy because we're making music together, mm-hmm. and it engages students incredibly well, especially children who may have difficulty staying focused. This is a cure-all. If they're holding an ukulele and they're strumming along and they're singing a song for literacy learning, they're 100% in it. And then when they leave the experience, the songs are still going around in their heads, and all they want to do is get an ukulele or a guitar and play at home. So it's bringing that literacy into a deeper place through the music. And where this gets academic is that we're standards-based instruction.
Oh.
So we've trained hundreds and hundreds of teachers in Los Angeles Unified School District as a part of their literacy division, where that district funded our organization to come in and specifically develop curriculum for phonological awareness for teachers in transitional kindergarten, extended transitional kindergarten, and kindergarten. So they have paid the teachers, which we don't require at all.
Right.
But the district chose to pay the teachers to come to 2 half-day trainings to onboard with this approach. And they bought every teacher who participated 4 ukuleles and a set of percussion instruments. Now, there are 500 teachers in early grades in LA who have trained with us specifically for literacy using certain songs, and I'll share one or two of those with you.
Very good.
And it's all in alignment with standards for children 48 to 60 months old.
Excellent.
In specific, in phonological awareness, that narrow.
My goodness, because we're all looking for different ways to approach the challenge of literacy and how to respond to things that take place in low-income communities and children coming to school behind in reading and exposure to language. And what you have here is music and a way to actually inspire young people to play the language of the music and the language of the language in their heads beyond the classroom.
Correct. They actually, once they've learned these songs or written their own verses together, because we do a lot of 21st century skill building in this program too, because when the kids are working in collaborative pairs and teams to write songs,
right,
they have ownership over the content, right? So of course that stays with you. It's your song.
I'm laughing. I'm trying to think. I'm a guitar player. I learned. I started to learn at the age of 39. And you have to be persistent. You just have to want to play guitar. But let me do my math here. I was 55 years old when I recorded my first CD. I have 2 CDs of music.
Oh my!
Yeah, so I understand songwriting, and it can be easy, but you have to do the words, you have to do the music, and you have young people who are composing.
That's right, and we start with sentence frames. So every song has its own, let's say, formula for delivering information. So a song that delivers new vocabulary may have a word you can substitute. So we could call it an addition or a substitution song, right? So in literacy education, we can take out one word and put in another word, or we can add a string of words. So like the old song, "The green grass grows all around," right? You're looking at the connectedness of things, right? So on that tree, there was a limb. On that limb, there was a branch. On that branch, there was a twig. On
I'm
that
sorry,
twig,
I don't know this song.
Well, it's just a camp song.
Yeah.
But the idea is the child adds something, and they're critically thinking through what belongs there. And the beauty of these addition songs is at the end, you have to sing everything you added to the song backwards.
Oh, that's great.
Right?
Right.
So we could say there's a bird in the nest, there's a bird in the nest, and a nest on a branch, and a branch on a limb, and the limb on the trunk, and the trunk's on the tree, and the tree's in a hole, and the hole's in the ground, and the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. So they've got that whole process. So you see what I'm saying? They're building auditory sequential memory through that kind of song.
Yes.
But then there are story songs they'll write where they have to resolve a storyline. So first grade English language arts, you have to be able to identify the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story.
Very good.
Learn the parts, and then retell the story. So if you and your table group retell the story by writing a song about it, you've not only discussed the whole content of the story together, but you've sequentially, chronologically retold it in your own language, which you then own because you wrote it.
Excellent. So there's a couple of questions I want to ask. We're going to go to break in just a couple of minutes, but one is there is a curriculum, a standard curriculum for guitars in the classroom.
Kind of.
Okay. All right.
So we're a responsive organization, and we're developmental educators.
Okay.
What that means is we understand that the student is bringing a lot to the learning equation. So if we made a fixed curriculum, there wouldn't be room for where the students are and what the teachers know to push into that. So what we do is we give a roadmap, we give rubrics, and we give examples, and we have tons of free materials. And then our trainers, who are working with groups of up to 24 teachers at a time for 8 weeks in a row, and the classes are free, instruments come at no charge, they will push in where they see the teachers needing something. So if they have a lot of early grade teachers, they'll use different songs than if they have upper elementary or middle school teachers in the mix. See, so it's
Yes.
responsive. Yes, there's a
Yes.
curriculum, but
Right.
it's not a dogma.
And I like that. I think we educators want that more. They want to be able to use what they see that they need, so it's adaptable, I guess you could say, for them and for their students. Before we get too far along, tell me how, because you mentioned 500 educators in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
How big is this program or project, or what do you call it?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a nonprofit.
Okay.
And we've trained 13,000 teachers in 35 states and parts of Canada. But we're not active in all of those states. Some of those programs were active 10 years ago, and we may have trained teachers there for 4 years. And if they're still in the classroom, they still have their instruments, and they're still probably using music to get certain points of their lessons across.
Very
But
good.
in San Diego County, we've trained probably 2,000 of those teachers.
Oh, my goodness.
And we have lots and lots of free classes starting in October, and all the listings are going up online at the website, which is guitarsintheclassroom.org.
Very good. You made it simple, easy. Who accesses the free classes?
Anybody working with kids in schools.
Okay.
Our focus is public education. Our goal is Title I and high poverty education. But if you are working with children, you can sign up for these classes, and we have them in a lot of strategic locations, and begin learning with us, and you can come back for years.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? You don't have
Yes.
to be able to sing or play anything. You
Sure.
just start at the beginning, and we'll bring you through.
Excellent, excellent. We're gonna come back with Jess Baron. She is with Guitars in the Classroom. I'm Jose Cruz. You're listening to Literacy for All, the Literacy for All show on WS Radio, the worldwide leader in Internet talk.
Are you a small business or nonprofit? Securing Our eCity Foundation offers free cybersecurity seminars so businesses of every size can become more cyber safe. According to Forbes, just one cybercrime incident can cost a company over $15 million. Protect yourself, your employees, and your business before you fall victim to the nation's fastest growing crime. Go right now to securingourecity.org or call 619-630-2444.
Looking to be a successful entrepreneur? The virtual assistant industry continues to be a top choice for those looking to start their own business. The problem can be how to become a virtual assistant. Many turn to the Bible of the VA industry, the book Virtual Assistant the Series, and it's the perfect guide for office managers, executive assistants, and other administrative professionals looking to make the transition from employee to successful business owner. Go to vatheseries.com to get your copy today.
Small businesses are the lifeblood of America's economy. Every Thursday, SBA Radio interviews industry professionals and is dedicated to provide small businesses with timely insights and innovations. Visit www.sbaradio.us for details.
Homeless veterans and their families are suffering and need our support, but many won't ask or don't know that help is within reach. Veterans Community Services is here to help. Amazingly, about 35% of the homeless in our neighborhoods are veterans with families. Low-income veterans or their friends are encouraged to contact Veterans Community Services and reach out for help with housing and other services. Call now, 800-974-9909.
Securing Our eCity Foundation is a nonprofit organization focused on cybersecurity awareness and education. Formed in 2011, their mission is to enable every San Diegan to live, work, and play safely in the cyber world. For more information, visit securingourecity.org or call 619-630-2444. securingourecity.org, 619-630-2444. securingourecity.org.
Donate cash, furniture, clothes, and other gently used household items to Father Joe's Villages and get a nice tax break in April. Every donation is tax deductible. Believe you can make a difference. Be Father Joe. Go to neighborhood.org or call 1-800-HOMELESS to donate today.
Life is full of misadventures, from car crashes to home fires to getting choked out on the mat. Yes, I said getting choked out because I'm Carlos Kramer, jiu-jitsu competitor, MMA and media personality, and mild-mannered insurance agent. You can follow my adventures on Kick-Ass Radio, and I can protect you from life's misadventures at Kramer Insurance. Home, auto, life, business, and workers' comp. We're at KramerINS.com, and I want you to join my world.